What's up, guys? CJ Thomas. I want to bring you a little Monday motivation, and today the quote of the day that I heard last week I wanted to share with you was you would not hang out with people who talk to you the way you talk to yourself. Let me say that one more time. You would not hang out with people who talk to you the way you talk to yourself, okay? So what does that mean? It means, what's the inner dialogue you've got going on inside your head, okay? I can speak for myself where I'm typically my own worst critic, but a lot of times, even when we're pushing ourselves and that kind of stuff, we don't need to berate ourselves the way we usually do. What's the inner dialogue? It's usually stuff like, I'm not good enough, I always mess this up, how could I be so stupid? What is wrong with me? I'm worthless. I don't deserve this. What an idiot, What is wrong with you? So you say this stuff to yourself over and over again throughout the day. I mean, I've done it, you've probably done it at some point in your life where you're just constantly on yourself and telling yourself how stupid and how worthless you are. What kind of message is that to yourself, okay? So we need to change that message. If you think about that, if it were coming from an exterior perspective, if somebody in your life, whether it be, a teacher or a coach or, a parent or a family member or a friend, you wouldn't go hang out with a friend, you wouldn't continue to go hang out with a friend that was constantly telling you how stupid and worthless you were. I hope you wouldn't do that. I mean, some people, maybe we are a glutton for punishment in a way, and we would take that kind of abuse. But we're constantly putting that kind of thing on ourselves. We're constantly in our own head a lot of times and telling ourselves what's not right with ourselves, what's not good enough. And in some ways, we're trying to get more out of ourselves, I think, a lot of times. We want to be a better version of ourselves, but the way we go about that is probably not the most conducive way to produce the change that we want to see in our lives. So just my little message for the day, maybe we could start practicing a little more self-love, a little more self-forgiveness on certain things. If you can't find your keys, maybe it's not because you're so stupid, maybe you just forgot your keys, okay? You just forgot where they were for a second. So it's not a big deal. You forgive yourself, you move on, you laugh, okay? We need to be able to laugh at ourselves a little bit more instead of taking ourselves so seriously. So yes, we have goals. Yes, we have things we want to achieve. Yes, we want to, push ourselves and make ourselves better versions of ourselves. But you think of the best coaches that you've had in your life or the best teachers that you've had. I know the ones that pushed me hardest when I was in sports, that got the most out of me, were not the ones that were total jerks to me. I had those coaches and they didn't get the most out of me. But the coaches who came to me and reinforced what I did right and said, that was really great. Here's something you could add to that. Here's something you could do a little bit better. And those are the kind of things we can say to ourselves. It's like, hey man, I know you're giving your best, buddy, CJ. You're doing well right now. You're doing your best. What you forgot to do was this part right here. And if you put the whole kit and caboodle together, it could really work out in a way you didn't expect. So yeah, that's the kind of way we can just change that narrative in our head, change the story, practice a little more self-love, because you deserve it. You deserve self-love. You don't deserve to be picked on by yourself or anybody else. You don't have to put up with that from other people in your life, and you definitely don't have to put up with it from yourself. So my little message for the day. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you like this, give me a little message. Let me know what you're thinking, if this is something you might apply in your life, and I will talk to you guys soon.